pelvic floor. I'm going to talk about pelvic floor tightness. A lot of you have been coming to me about this, and I used to really suffer with this. I'm really sweaty because I've just finished class where if you are in my YouTube membership, you should know and you should be sweaty too. So remember, every workout you can either do live with me Monday to Friday, or you can just do it on catch up with a lot of women that do it on catch up because everyone's so busy and has a million things to do. But yeah, that's why I'm really sweaty. Okay, anyway, pelvic floor tightness, massively to do with stress. I used to really suffer with pelvic floor tightness, and believe it or not, it used to come when I used to have to brush my children's hair when they were really young, and yeah, I used to get, and then the knock-on effect would be urine infections. So if this is like a cycle that you are in, I want you to really listen carefully and use these top tips, maybe write them down, and I really hope they benefit you, especially if you are working out. If you're someone that works out a lot, you probably do get a lot of pelvic floor tightness. Okay, stretching in your hips, in your oblique muscles, massive part of pelvic floor tightness. So especially if you're doing deep core work, which is obviously what I teach you a lot, if you are someone that suffers with pelvic floor tightness, it's not about easing off the lifting in, it's about the lifting up. So in the deep core muscles. So when I say, right, we're going to work our deep core muscles in and up, if you find that triggers your oblique muscles too much, just focus on the in more. And you can still get the pelvic floor lift, but the in and up won't trigger the oblique muscles so much. And that's what could be knocking on the effect, but that's what I eased off. And also, again, like I said, stretching side to side. Number 2, inner thigh release, like exercises like this, just sitting there and releasing the inner thigh, sitting forward and really just relaxing the body. It's the tension and the tightness that has the knock-on effect to the pelvic floor. Our pelvic floor really is our powerhouse, and that's why I always teach it in classes. I've been teaching it for years. I've known it's our powerhouse. If you think our pelvic floor is a hammock from the front to the back, that's supporting everything. So if your posture's all slumped like this, you're just pushing downwards and you're making everything just push down, push out. You know, constipation happens from a weak pelvic floor. Feeling really heavy happens from a weak pelvic floor. So learning how to, I won't change subject, but breathing through training, if you find it's pushing against your pelvic floor, it's exactly doing that, whether you've had children or not, okay? Another one, sorry if it's too much information, but really helped me is if when you're in the bath or in the shower, it's actually going inside your vagina and actually massaging around the wall and stretching around. That one is a really big one. And if you find that you get tight on one side more, and when you go in and you stretch around the wall, it really can release. I'm not going to apologize if that's too much information actually, because it's real and it really worked. Another one was finding what relaxes you. I know it's so hard, but tightness, pelvic floor tightness can come from like you're clenching your jaw, you're tight and you're stressed. So it's not necessarily, and your body's cold, try and keep your body warm as well. Just trying to think of any more that I know, because I know a lot of you have asked me about pelvic floor tightness. Hip flexors, massive one as well. If you train a lot or you walk a lot or you cycle, hip flexors, tuck the pelvis under, release here. A massive knock-on effect. If you can see it then goes into the inner thigh again, which we just did that stretch. And this as well can actually be a tightness that is stopping your belly from flattening, because you're tight here, which is protruding and holding everything outwards. So maybe you are someone, if you go to this position and you think, oh my God, I'm massively tight here, then this could be why your belly isn't getting flat as well. But this knock-on effect into your pelvic floor, and obviously I've got to do the other side, and you want to hold these stretches for up to 2 minutes. If you can, just breathe and relax. Again, just relax as much as possible. And hold it here. All right, I think that's like my main, so it's inner thigh stretching, hip flexor stretching, actually internally stretching inside, finding something that relaxes you, like really relaxes you, and see where your trigger points are as well. What's triggering you to tense up and get stressed as well, okay? Big love. Let me know if you have any questions. If I think of any more, because I did have a chat with someone the other day, if I think of any more, I will pop them in the comments, because I know I was like, oh, but I really have suffered with this, so I completely know and get it. So, oh yeah, and that fourth one as well is when you're doing deep core, is that really important one, is that you're pushing in and we're not lifting up so much. So focus on the in and lifting the pelvic floor. The in and not triggering the up, because the triggering the up is going to hit into the obliques. So just be patient with that. Remember, it's a learning process, and we change as we get older. Our body changes, our body composition changes. Mine is massively changing due to our workouts, focusing on pelvic posture, your alignment. So just be available to adjust when you go through life, okay? And never stop doing it. Ask me any questions, pop them in the comments. I am here to really help us women be our best selves and to function without pain, to feel really confident. That's my thing for all of us, and to yeah, feel confident. All right, big love. Let me know if this is helpful. Pop any questions in the comments. And again, if I remember any other top tips, I will let you know. All right? Mwah. Ciao.